What's up, guys? It's time for Sports and Shenanigans, where women's sports and pop culture collide. I'm your host, Jillian Carroll Latrinko. We're on KCSN here out of Kansas City, but today we're talking about some young national talent, and I am so thrilled to be joined by Mikayla and Madison Middleton. They are also known as the Middleton Middles. Ladies, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Okay, so first and foremost, sisters, which I love, but already making a name for yourself in the world of volleyball, both AAU club and school teams, even at the national level. So I have to brag on you for a little bit. To get started, Miss Mikayla, you're a senior and you've already committed to go D1 and play volleyball at Norfolk State. Congratulations. That's huge.
Thank you.
Yes, also a national champion with your A5 AAU club team, which is incredible. And Madison, we have also A5 AAU. Shout out to your club team, by the way. A 5-time national champion with AAU. You are a 2-time USA Volleyball Training and Development Program invite. So, meaning it's an exclusive invite only program. She's been invited to twice, also named All American. And this at the young age of just a 7th grade volleyball player. You both have incredible accolades. So, first of all, congratulations on everything that you've done. Really excited to get to know you, ladies. And Mikayla, I'm going to start with you. Just talk to me a little bit about how you got started playing volleyball.
So it was always just like my dad would always put us into sports and just like try out different things. So like we did soccer and like dance and all that stuff. And I kind of clicked with some of it, but I never really clicked with any of it until I met volleyball. And, I went to, I think like a camp at my school and we were just like, playing around. But I was like, wait, I actually like playing this sport. Like it's actually like fun to do. So I was like, yeah, I want to get better at it. So um I tried out for A5 when I like first got like into volleyball and I didn't make the team, but I stayed determined and I was like, let me train and get better at volleyball like my first year, learn the basics, logistics, get stronger. So then I played at a different club and then I came back at A5 and made the team. And I made a really good team and I created like a bond with a lot of people and just started to work on my development at a higher level since A5's a high level club. And yeah, I really just like grew from there and just started my journey. So yeah, really fun.
I love that you are just so open about, like, I didn't make it at first, and then I got way and developed and came back. What an incredible example. Okay, so Madison, how did you get in the sport? Was it the same, or did your sister influence you at all?
So my sister influenced me also. My dad had me in different sports just to see what I liked as well. But I saw Mikayla and she looked really like into the sport and she really loved it and the community was so like welcoming. So I just piggybacked off of that and just started playing as well.
Okay, you guys just make it sound so, yeah, we played everything and we took to volleyball and now we're just stars in the making, which I love. So tell me a little bit about, and I'd love to hear both of your perspectives on this, on A5. What has this club done for each of you in regard to learning the game, but also setting you up to be successful within your volleyball career during middle school, high school, and obviously beyond? Mikayla, I'll start with you if you don't mind.
A5 has really like helped me set myself to a higher standard, like the title of it being like one of the top volleyball clubs in the nation just like really gives you the confidence to just be like, okay, I'm playing at the top club of the nation. Like I got this, like I am capable of anything. Like, it just gives you like the confidence to really push forward and do, great things. Um and yeah, it just gives me grit, like for high school too. It's just like, okay, like you played A5, like, you already have like a name for yourself and there's a bunch of high level coaches at A5. So you get the best coaching there is, just like really learn like also like the international level because like some of the coaches like played internationally. So you get that international coaching, which is really good. Like to see different parts of that. And Yeah, high school is so much easier than club. Like, going into high school, it's like fun. It's just like you have your friends and, just playing with girls that you love. And club is like that as well, but there's a little bit of like a more like competition aspect to it. And you have like a little bit more of like I don't know, like well, how can I explain it?
No,
It's like,
sense. I mean, playing with your friends that you're social with on a daily
yeah,
school and your friend circle, but what a blessing to really have both of those friend circles, right?
yeah,
School
absolutely.
and school. I love that. And Madison, what about you? So obviously on the younger side, still have many years ahead of you with the club, but there's got to be incredible role models within the club that you look up to, right?
Yeah. So first role model would be my sister. And I see, like we said, we play the same position. We're like doing basically the same thing. Um, but it's also like with A5, the people there are so like loving and so like accepting. Especially if you're like not good, but like they're still like they try and include you and they get you better also. So yeah, that's just like
Yeah. No, I mean it's everyone's there to grow and learn, right? And I feel like if you're in an environment where it's safe to make a mistake,
yeah.
you're more apt to do it and learn from it, right?
Yeah.
And Madison, I'd love to hear about your experience at USA Volleyball, so that training and development program. What was that like, knowing that you've been invited to this program 2 times now? I mean, that's like the pinnacle. That's like the highest level. What was that like for you?
So it was super exciting when I got first invited with my friends Kari Knotts, Milan Tallman, and Shiloh. They like really made the experience better for me. And first time I went, it was like super like just everyone was like older than us and they had their little cliques because they had all been there before. But I'm just super blessed that I was able to go with my friends. And there we were just like playing volleyball like always and just learning the more like advanced level of play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. And Mikayla, you're taking your talents to the Division 1 collegiate level. I mean, that's incredible. I know you had a few options, but talk to us about, making that decision and how much did volleyball play a role in your decision to go to Norfolk State, but also academics?
So volleyball, of course, I saw the team and I was just like, I want to be a part of this like HBCU setting because I've always wanted to go to an HBCU and I was just like, I want to be around people that, resemble me and just like have the same, hobbies as me and stuff like that. So I was like, I really want to be part of this team. And like, it seemed like a family oriented, like, vibe. So then I was just like, okay, I want to talk to the coach. And then when I went on my visit, she was just like, if my girls were here, they'd be all over me, hugging me right now. And like, we're like a big family. And I was just like, okay, like, this is great. So then at one of my tournaments, I met my roommate and she lives in California. And we just like clicked from there. And we just like, we're going to be roommates. Like, we're going to be like the close, like, inseparable outside middle duo. So it was like super fun. Like I have a bunch of friends that I see at like tournaments and stuff that I'm just like, okay, like I'm gonna be like so close with these girls and I'm gonna have like a really fun time at Norfolk. Like it doesn't make me nervous or anything to go. And then for the academic side, I am interested in being an entrepreneur because I'm interested in like cosmetology related things. So I want to do like hair and nails, makeup, all that stuff. I want to have my own business in that. So they offer a really good business program at Norfolk. And I was like, okay, like it's perfect. Like I fit like a puzzle piece in there. Like I'm really excited to,
Yeah.
express my talents at Norfolk. Yeah.
Oh, incredible. It sounds like you found the perfect fit. I love to hear that. Okay, we're gonna step aside and take a break real quick. When we get back, want to hear a little more about the sibling duo, maybe some sibling rivalry. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna step aside for our word from our sponsors.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, That's called a comeback story. Like Bryan Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Bryan Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner impossible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back. Sports and Shenanigans continues. We're powered by Cherry, a female-owned sportswear and streetwear brand that celebrates the achievements of athletes. We've got two rising stars with us on the show today, Mikayla and Madison Middleton, also known as the Middleton Middles. Okay, before we get any further, I feel like that's like fate that you guys, that's your position is middle, right? Did that influence your last name Middleton? Did that influence you at all with your position?
It just worked out, and I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, you know? It's just like, yeah, it's coincidence. Yeah.
That's branding. I love it. Good for you, you little entrepreneur. I love it. All right, well, we want to get into a little bit of the sisterhood behind the Middleton Middles, but another sisterhood that you're a part of is A5, your AAU team, which is part of the Love Volleyball program, which is a youth to professional pipeline, which is so cool. So I got my Love shirt on today, girls, because I got to come out when Love came to Kansas City and watch some of the matches. What's it like for you all to be able to travel and play your games, but then go and watch the pros? Like, Madison, what's probably the coolest part when you get to go travel and watch or play your games and then go watch the pros? Is that something you guys enjoy?
So the coolest thing for me is like getting to see like how we play compared to the pro team. So our coach has us watching film after every tournament or most tournaments. So we can see like what we need to work on and what we did good so we can like lean into that more. And when we go to see the pro team, we see that they're working on the same things. Like we kind of have the same concept on volleyball, and just learning from them and learning from our mistakes, like makes us a really good team.
And Mikayla, does watching them play at a professional level, these women are professional athletes playing your sport, is that inspiring for you? Is that something you want to do?
Absolutely. It's like comforting to know that like people are doing what, you know, I might want to do in the future. It's just like, yeah, like I can do this because I've been at A5, so like it's just like an easier transition over to the pro level. And yeah, it gives me security and like whatever I want to do in the future, this promise, because they're doing it right now.
Yeah. So cool for you to be able to go play your game and then go watch women doing the same thing at that high level. When it comes to volleyball, for both of you, you've probably traveled a lot of different places. What are some of the coolest places that volleyball has taken you? Madison, I'll start with you.
So I don't really like to travel that much because I'm kind of a homebody, but when we do go out and we see our sister clubs, like we always have a bond and we can like connect with our teammates. And my team is super close. Like we're like a whole family. So we always stick together, and it's like really fun to just go out and see everything and like the competition and just the world.
Yeah. And Mikayla, you mentioned it, but when you travel, sometimes you see the same opponents. Are there teams that you like to see when you're traveling, although you like to play hard against them, but you also like to see them like socially?
Of course, like I have friends from different teams that play like around the country. It's really fun to see them, and I'm just like, you know, I recognize them and they recognize me, and then we're going like and shaking hands and stuff. Like we kind of like give a little look, you know. It's just like a little bond that we have. And I enjoy going to warmer places like Florida and, you know, just, you know, getting my tan and stuff. Usually we're not allowed to swim because the sun kind of like makes you tired. So after the tournament, I'll go out and lay out and tan and do all that. I also like going to Vegas because like the photo ops are so nice, but it's super hot there. And I don't really like that, like smoldering heat. It's just like around you and it just like gives you a headache. But, yeah, I love traveling. I'm not really a homebody, but yeah, I love going around. Yeah,
I love it. We're starting to see like a little bit of the differences between the two of you. Okay, so I have a fun little game. It's just like between the two of you, you have to answer. You can either raise your hand if you think you're the answer or point to your sister if she's the answer. Sound good? Okay, and you don't overthink these. Who's the better dancer? Oh.
I was like, I don't know. I guess, yeah.
All right. Who is the better student, loves school more?
She doesn't really show her acting, like, I don't know. I liked going upstairs and like telling my mom about like things that I like doing. Like if I get math or like if I'm really getting math, like it becomes fun. I'm like, okay, let me teach you how to do this. Or like let me show you my project and stuff like that. So she probably does that too, but like I just don't see it. So
Yeah, I do the same thing. I'm just like, I was on the superior honor roll, so I was just like trying to like keep that up. So I got that last year and this year, so I'm just trying to keep that up.
That a girl. Okay. Now you have a brother. Who is the better sibling to your brother and to each other? Okay.
Maddie is a bully. Like that's just how we play. Yeah.
Someone's got to do it, right? Okay. Who has better like fashion style? Oh, you both say each other.
We're biased. Yeah.
That.
We have different like variations of style, but like sometimes we go thrifting together and like, oh, that's cute. And then we like, brawl over it. And
Yeah.
it's just, it's fun.
I love that. Who can jump higher?
Hey.
The hesitation.
I don't know.
I love it.
I haven't tested my vert in a while, but
That's all right. That's all right. And who's taller? I honestly don't know that. Okay. But you got her with the age. So who's older? There we go. This last one's silly, but who would be better karaoke singer? Oh yeah.
she tries to hit the high notes. Yeah, she goes for it. Of course.
And I do hit it.
Okay, I love that. Just in regard to like being sisters, but also being athletes, what is the best part of having like a built-in training partner? Do you guys train together? Do you challenge each other? Like, and if so, what's the best part about that?
We would go outside and like, pepper a little bit and just play around. I think it's good to just keep each other like balanced and just make sure that we're like on our toes and we're working hard because like we're each other's motivation. So it's good to like, keep each other in check. And yeah, it's always fun playing with Maddie. It's just like you can play loose, but you always have to like play competitive because it's your sister. Like, yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
What about you, Madison?
So, about that peppering thing, we always like to like challenge each other and make us like run for balls and just like make sure like we're pushing each other to our best play. And also at club, when I see her like practicing, I'm like, oh, okay, I can be like that too. And just asking her different questions about like, should I have my hands here on the block or like, should I go over here more? So just having that, like, she's gone through everything I have. So I can just ask her and like, yeah.
I love that. Mikayla, coming back to you, who is an athlete, a female athlete who has inspired you? Doesn't necessarily have to be a volleyball player, but who is maybe a female athlete that you either like her style or she's made you want to work harder or someone maybe you just follow on social media, but who is a female athlete who you kind of like look up to?
Okay, so I'm going to say it's my mom because she always talks about like how she played soccer in college and I'm just like, okay, so she played college level like sports. Yeah. So I'm like, she's been through it. I can do it too. It just gives me the confidence to go in and play at my best level. And also she's super like determined. So I'm just like, I, kind of piggyback off of what she does and like how she carries herself in her day-to-day life. And I'm like, I'm going to bring that over to Norfolk and, keep pushing. Because I know that she didn't give up, so I'm not going to give up.
Yeah. Very cool. Madison, what about you? You have a couple options, don't you?
Yeah, I do. So first I have my sister and then my mom, obviously. I don't really pay too much attention to like individual players
Okay.
because like I just see the team and I'm like, oh, that's a really good team. Like the sportsmanship and like their bond on the court and off the court. But I don't know. I would have to say like Harper Murray because like my friends at volleyball, they talk so highly of her. And I'm just like, wow, like I want someone to talk about me someday in the future. And even right now too.
Girl, we're already talking. We're already doing things that are catching wild attention. So again, Madison's 7th grade, Mikayla, senior year, massive accomplishments already, and you've got a whole lifetime ahead of you. So really excited to have learned a little bit about your journey in the sport and obviously the major potential you both have. So thanks for sharing. Mikayla, really excited to hear all about what you do for your freshman year at Norfolk State. And Madison, of course, going to keep an eye on you as you continue to thrive. So you guys, thank you so much. Where can we keep up with you all? I know that you have some amazing clips that are live that are on social that people can watch you, right?
Yeah, on Middleton Middles on Instagram. And it's like no spaces, just Middleton Middles. Yeah.
Middleton Middles, the accidentally perfect last name, perfect position. Shout out to your mom for the athletic ability. Shout out to your dad for the name. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah. He does like he has shirts also. Yeah. It's funny.
I love it. All right. Well, you two have been really cool to get to know. So thank you so much. And just keep kicking butt. We'll definitely keep an eye on you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. Bye.
All right, guys, you heard them. Go follow Middleton Middles on Instagram. And if you're not following us for the shenanigans, make sure you do so, please. But this has been this week's episode. We'll catch you next